That's good. All right. So, what made you go to Cal State Dominguez Hills?
Well, my dream school was always Arizona State. It's just my finances weren't in order yet for me to go to that school. And I applied to other schools, Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Dominguez, all the Cal States, UCs, even schools like Stanford. And coming out of high school, I had a 3.5 GPA. I had a okay SAT score. It's just only two schools accepted me was Cal State Dominguez and Cal State LA. I so I had to make a decision. I took some PCC classes during my uh, high school career. I'm gonna say high school career, but so I already had some of my G's done. So I want to go to a 4 year university after that. And with financial aid and stuff, Cal State Dominguez was pretty. It wasn't that hard to stay in, but I did know I wanted a better education. I felt the difference compared to my friends at their schools. I felt like I don't want to disrespect Cal State Dominguez, but my first year felt like daycare, and then my second year it was too hard to get into classes. The professors weren't talking. You asked for assistance, asked for help, and they just try to make your life worse. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just make the jump now, and let me go to Arizona State. My only problem was the financials. Uh, out of state fees are expensive, and I decided just let me just take the year off. Let me just work two jobs full time. Alfonso, I work the graveyard, so I come home tired like all the time. And so I worked the graveyard, and I just did my first semester at Arizona State now. It was how I thought it was. The education is way better. The professors, they actually care about you and care about where you go in life. And so I'm happy I made the move, and now I'm just gonna live my life, work on other dreams of mine. So yeah.
Okay. And you you said you only got into two schools, right? So, like, what was what was that experience like applying for colleges like during in high school, like, and you of course, like, all these schools like rejected you and you only got into two schools. Like, what was your mind like when you only got when you, what was going through your mind when you only got in when you only got into two colleges and like the rest of the schools just basically like just rejected you?
I mean, it hurt a lot. It was hard on me. I come from one of those households where I got to do everything myself, so it was a big burden on me. I feel like I've been working like hard my whole life, and like just it didn't pan out the way I wanted to pan out. I feel like I was lied to by the school system because I kept my grades up. I just stayed in extracurricular sports. I did after school programs and stuff, and plus I was just working on the side too, so I was tired. I was exhausted. I was ready to get out of my household, but um, he said, "How do I feel about it?" Basically,
Yeah.
um, I was tore up inside, but it made me want to work harder though. I didn't take any. It was a life lesson. Let me just say that it was a life lesson. I don't take anything for granted now. Whatever I do, I just go 100%. I go hard at it now. So yeah.
Okay. So like, what was the experience like going to Cal State Dominguez Hills? Like, were you living on campus, or like were you commuting from home?
I did not live on campus. I commuted from home. I couldn't afford the dorms at the time. I was trying to save up money for Arizona State, so that's what I did. I just drove every day. Well, 3 days out the week.
3 days out the week. Okay.
Hmm.
And what was that experience like? Go commuting to Dominguez Hills and back home 3 days 3 days a week.
I mean, it wasn't bad. Pasadena to Long Beach, probably like a 30-40 minute drive. Because I would get up like at 5 a.m. I had like a 7 a.m. class, and there'd be no traffic at that time, so that'd be perfect. Put all my classes in the morning, to the afternoon, and then drive back and work in the evening. So that was easier for me.
Okay. And what made you what made you transfer from Dominguez Hills to ASU? Can you talk to me like about like that process to transfer like to ASU was like?
Well, At Dominguez, I did very good in school. Kept a 3.7 GPA, so I believe that helped me with the transfer process. To be honest, it was way easier than I expected it to be. The only hard part is trying to get the transcripts to go over. That takes a minute, but Arizona State, they accepted me very fast, and they actually threw in like a little partial scholarship for me to help me out. So they helped out a lot. It was an easy, smooth transition. So I feel like anybody, if you want to transfer schools, just go and do it. It's probably the easiest thing you ever do in your college. So
Okay. What do you basically, so what do you like about ASU that basically that Dominguez Hills doesn't really have?
ASU got the home vibe. It feels like a family there. Dominguez, you got certain people that talk, more people were shy and stuff. So it was a commuter college. So people just pull a class and go home. It was hard to like meet people because everybody wouldn't really stay on campus. But that's a good thing in itself because everybody there, they were working hard because they're also working too. They come and go. But Arizona State, I feel way more relaxed out there. I'm glad to be in a different environment. That's my main thing. That's probably the biggest thing ever. Just being in a different environment. You feel safe wherever you go. So and basically, yeah, that's all.
So okay, so that's why you transferred. You basically like so you're basically saying like you just wanted a different environment.
Yeah, I want a different environment, better education, really. And I just want a different. I want to add more flavor to my life. So I just want to switch it up a little bit.
Okay, and what is like the campus life like at ASU?
Oh, that's a good question actually. They got multiple campuses. Right now, I am a IT major, in information technology. So I'm like on a little side campus. It's like about 30 minutes away from Tempe, all the way, I believe it's Gilbert. And I don't really like the area. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't like the area, but it was pretty cool. Living in the dorm is kind of hard, far away from family and stuff. But I believe I'm changing my major soon, so I might be back on the main campus. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Okay,
Oh, you said
so
you said
you're
my bad. You go ahead.
you change so what are you gonna be changing your major to like from IT?
I want to go study medicine, probably pre med, and then I also want to minor in journalism too. That's my main thing. I want to get into journalism and see how far that could take me.
Okay, and uh what's making you change your major?
Uh, Technology stuff always been my passion. I built my first computer when I was like 14 years old. It's just hard because I feel like in the technology field, IT, coding, Python, Java. The professors I had my whole life, I also took App Academy at PHS. They didn't really want to help you. They only help certain groups of people, and they didn't really want to talk to certain groups of people. So when I ask for help, I don't really get the response back I like. They say basically just go find it out on your own. And I need somebody I could talk to. I'm working a job, working one or two jobs right now, so I gotta be able to talk to somebody asking for help when I get feedback. Because I had a couple of projects this past year. We only had like one line of code wrong. I didn't know what it was, but professor wouldn't tell me what it was. He tried to make it seem like it was a big giant deal, and so end up I couldn't turn the project in, so end up missing some points on that, and that just frustrated me. So I know stuff like with science, you just grind out and study a textbook and you get it down. And I've always been that type of grind. Whenever I wanted to learn or know, I was always that go getter. So something with medicine, I feel like I could read a book in 2 days. I read it overnight before I go to bed and just get it down like that. So that's why.
Okay, and what how did your parents feel when you transferred to ASU?
They're actually happy for me. They're ready for me to go experience something else. My mom was happy. My dad was happy. 'Cause they know Arizona State is probably one of the top colleges in America. They're number one for a lot of stuff. But yeah, they're happy for me basically.
Okay, that's good because I know some parents like get upset like when their children like choose to go out of state for school.
Uh, I don't understand why the kids is trying to better themselves. I feel like everybody should have the experience living away from home. It really opens your mind. It shows you different groups of people that's out there, and you just think about life differently. To be honest, I'm glad I did it. It's a life opening experience.
Okay, good for you, cause like I know like at the end of the day, like we only get one life, bro, and we don't and like we don't get that time back. So
Yeah, that's why. I feel like especially like people like us, man. Like I know, cause I know a couple of friends that went to private schools and seeing the type of education they got. They got to take trips to like out of the country. They got to go to the capital and stuff. Even public schools are taking trips like that, but I just could never afford it, so I never really got to leave my area like that. I never seen the outside world, so being able to leave California, Pasadena for like and just go live somewhere else, it's really eye opening to be honest.
okay, so leaving California was like a dream come true for you, then is what you're saying?
Basically, I mean, I will always love California. It's probably where I feel most comfortable at. I love it out here. I love the beach. I love the vibes. But I just want to when you live somewhere your whole life, you don't really you really don't know what's out there. So I just want to go see what's out there. I still want to visit the rest of the country, probably all 50 states before I top.
Okay, and what's your what is your favorite thing or like favorite part about Arizona State?
Mm. Well, let me start off with Arizona as a state itself. The food it's amazing. They have a lot of food places out there. I'm telling you guys, like you guys gotta. That's probably I know Texas probably tops it, but Arizona out here in California, all we have is fast food. We have restaurants like that, and they actually got some really good restaurants out there. So that's one main thing. Another thing about Arizona State, I like the online infrastructure. Being able to check my grades the way I can, being able to pick classes the way I can. Cal State Dominguez didn't have that. Basically, you have to basically print out all these papers to see what you have, and then go input in the computer. But Arizona State, they let you just put in a cart. You feel me? Just register for them. So that's perfect.
Okay, and like, what is your like your ultimate goal in life? Like, what do you like? What do you want to do for a living? Like, what kind of career like do you want to have like after you graduate and you're done with school?
If I could really choose my career, I'll pick something with being creative. Probably like photography, videography, or even being a journalist. That's a main career. It's just for those fields you gotta have connections. I know I do a little part time photography, video gigs on the side, but that all goes to donations. I haven't really got it up to the point where I could actually live off of it. I just do that on the side to pay for my college, but man, if I could actually make a living off that and do something I love, that'd be it. But also been intrigued into doing medicine and stuff. Being a doctor, I love how your body works. I love how your body reacts to certain things. So that's something I always wanted to study. To be honest.
Okay, so basically, like, you want to do multiple things after you graduate, then.
Oh yeah. I'm not. I can't really sit down at home all day. I'm the type of person the only time I want to be home is just to sleep. That's the only time I want to be home. But other than that, I'd rather be outside all day doing something with my life. So yeah.
Okay, cool, man. And like, what advice do you have? Like, would you give like high school like students that are getting ready for that are getting ready to go to college?
I mean, I know academic scholarships are hard to find, hard to get for certain people. I know they say they're out there, go get them. I couldn't find any really, only found a couple. But I say if you're playing sports, get that scholarship, my guy. These schools are crazy expensive. If you see how much, because minimum wage is only $15 an hour, and these schools be charging like 40K, 25K, 15K a semester. So basically, if you're working minimum wage full time, maybe full time and a part time job, at most you probably make is 40, 50K a semester. You just watch that money. You work that hard all day. You just watch that money just go away to pay for school. So that's probably the main thing. Like you won't have any life. You won't have a life if you gotta pay for school like that. So go and get you a scholarship, especially if you have no help in your household financially. So go ahead and do that.
Okay, and what is what is it like working basically like I know what is it like working two jobs like on the side like to pay for like the rest of your school like while you're going to school?
I mean, I hate it to be honest. One, I have no outside life. I go to work, and if I I come home tired. I ain't trying to hop on the phone. I'm not trying to talk. I'm not trying to text. But the main thing is you're always tired. You have no life, and you really don't get any sleep. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And just the hardest part is just watching that money go away, paying for school. Cause I feel like you work all year for this money, and then you just watch it all go away. So that's the hardest part in itself.
Okay, so basically, like, so basically, what you're saying is like like you come from like a low income household, then, correct?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Also, like, how do you balance your social life, work, and school? How do you balance those three things?
I mean, I feel like I kind of blend them to be honest, because it was a blessing being on. Not a really a blessing, but this year we've been online for school for COVID, so that made it easier where I could just take my phone into work with me, get some more hours in, and basically be in class while I'm at work working. And also my social life, all my friends, they're hard workers too, basically. So we're all working hard to pay for school and stuff. So basically, whenever we're all off, like it'd probably be like 11 p.m. at night, 12 p.m. Maybe we'll have those nights off. We go out and get food at midnight. You feel me? Before we have to go back to work and like at 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's like the perfect. That's how our social life is right now.
Okay, and what is your experience been like taking online classes?
Uh, it's hard to communicate with teachers. I feel like you don't get really that one-on-one experience. But I know Arizona State did handle it better than Cal State Dominguez. When I was at Cal State Dominguez, I was getting glitches in the system where assignments wouldn't pop up for me to turn in. Like I had to do the test sometimes. Sometimes I just wouldn't pop up for my account, and I know other students in the class have problems. And when you tell the professor, she was just shrugging it off, like saying, "Oh, I don't know what to do. Go call IT." And when you call IT, they're basically telling me, it's something on her end that she has to fix. And then, the problem just didn't get resolved. So I was like, forget it. I'm gonna drop out this semester. I dropped out, just went to work. Now I'm at Arizona State.
Okay, and what? Okay, so we're going back. We're taking it back to pre-COVID here. So, like, what was going through your mind, like when the pandemic hit and like they shut down, they shut down like all the campuses, like in all the in person classes, and we had to do school online.
Oh, I was terrified when COVID hit, but basically, I was surprised because I remember seeing like watching it saying it was in China before it came over here, and then I guess 'kay, remember everybody started memeing it, saying, "Oh, that's Chinese, the Chinese virus and stuff." And
Yeah.
then it was over here in like a week. I'm pretty sure we had it all at the same time, but it was just eye opening. Um, that was a deadly virus. I'm glad we're almost over it now, but it really was a life changer because it was after Kobe died too. So it was just like wow, like they already set the tone for the year. 2020 probably one of the lowest years of my life, to be honest. That's when I lost like my first job because they just couldn't afford to keep everybody. So that was hard, but we got through it. We're still here, so I'm happy.
Okay, and then so like okay, we're going back to when you transferred to Arizona State, right? So you when you went to Arizona State, like so did you drive to Arizona from California, or did you just fly?
Oh, my cousin dropped me off out there.
Oh, your cousin dropped you off out there?
Yeah, he drove me out there, dropped me off, and left me out there.
Okay, and how do you since you're going to school in Arizona now, like how do you usually get back home for breaks?
To be honest, since we had COVID this year, I spent my whole semester up there, and then I came back. I flew home, but we didn't have a break this semester because they just skipped spring break and stuff. So we actually ended earlier too, so that's probably why. So yeah, I'm back home at like right now.
Okay. Did you guys go through like the same process? like last semester and not have a break or no?
This was my first semester, so I'm not really
Oh,
sure what other.
this was your first semester. This spring was your first semester at Arizona State.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Okay, and what
I
happened?
took a year off.
Oh, you took a year off. Okay, okay. What
Yeah, I
made
took
you
a
take
year off of school.
what made you take a year off of school before going to Arizona State?
I just needed money, to be honest. Um, I wanted to get a car, and also wanted I had to pay for. I knew I was going to go to Arizona State when I applied for it, so I was like, you know what? Let me just start saving up money, start working. So I'm like, why would I go to Cal State Dominguez if I can't get the classes I need to? I'm only taking 3 classes a semester for the same price, so I'm like, I'm wasting my money here. Let me just hold on to it and make some more, and hurry up and transfer over.
Okay, and like I know this is your first semester at ASU. What is your first your first semester been like at ASU? Like, what's the experience been like?
I mean, everybody's nice over there. I love it. Feels like home already, to be honest. I was only there, and the thing about it, I mean, it was in during COVID, so not that much people were there, and it still felt home. I still felt welcome. I'm pretty sure when everybody comes back to school after COVID, it's gonna be a wonderful experience. I can't wait till I graduate out there. I also love Arizona as a state too, so that's one main thing too.
Okay, and are you are you a first generation college student, or like did your parents go to college?
Both my parents went to college. They had a long college route. My dad went to college when I was in high school, basically too. So I watched him through the process too.
Oh, your dad went to college when you was in high school.
Yeah,
Oh, so he went to college late then.
he went late.
What and what major what what was that like experience like your dad in college while you're in high school.
I mean, it was really a big deal because he just went back to get a promotion for his job. So he put in the time, did the work. I seen the hard work and dedication. So I guess it was a good role model.
Okay, and uh what would you say is what would you say is a major difference between Arizona and California?
Mm. You know, you got different groups of people. I'm not going to get into that really, but you got Cal's more in a rural area. But the main thing, I feel like California people are more like, I don't know, it felt more, everybody's more friendly in California, but in Arizona, people are a little more grumpy all the time. So you really got to talk to somebody to get them like break them down and really get them to open up to you. That's just the main thing, the main difference right there. You really got to do, even if you want to be cool with somebody, you got to do a lot more lip service. And in California, you just walk up and give somebody a handshake and they're cool with you. That's the main difference.
Okay, and what would you say is a big difference between Cal State Dominguez Hills and Arizona State?
Oh, definitely education. Classes is way better. It's easier to get into classes you want to. Even though it's a little more expensive, hopefully I become a resident next semester, so it'll be around the same price. But yeah, for right now, yeah, education, and that's it really.
Yeah,
Better education.
and like I know the sports is way better at Arizona State too, bro. I'm pretty
Oh
sure you
yeah,
happy about that.
oh yeah. You know, I didn't really get to experience it yet because of COVID, but they got a football team, they got a basketball team. We got every single sport, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. I still got 3 years left of college, so I'm happy with
Okay,
that.
and what is like what has it been like not being able to go to like any of the sporting events like at ASU yet like during COVID?
Um, I don't really feel like I'm missing out yet. Um, because I knew some. How do I say this? I don't really feel like I'm missing out. 'Cause I still know I got years to come. So, this is my first semester, so all I really focus on was make sure I'm doing my assignments, make sure I'm turning everything in, make sure I get grounded within the Arizona State system for school. I wasn't really looking out at all the extra stuff. 'Cause I still was working out there too. so I only had time for school and work. But hopefully next semester I'm gonna start to open my horizons. Get into more stuff.
Okay. Also, who would you say is your biggest hero or like your biggest role model?
Biggest role model. That's actually hard. I'll say my biggest role model is myself. To be honest, you gotta keep believing in yourself.
Okay, and like I know you said your dad was one of your biggest role models too. And you talked to me a little bit like why like he's one of your biggest role models.
He's the biggest role model behind myself. And I'm playing, but yeah, you worked hard. I remember in the environment we were living in before. It was tough, and he was working double jobs. My mom too was working double jobs. We moved out the area we're living in. They live in a slightly better area now, but he's been working hard my whole life. My dad's in his 60s, my mom's in her 50s. So yeah, I mean, watching them work hard my whole life like that was a big deal. Glad I had to experience it, even though it hurts. You don't want them working that hard, but I mean, I really learned what it took to come up in this world from a young age. 'Cause I was watching. I know when I moved out that area I was living in, I'm in a better environment now in Pasadena, and people up here have a lot of money. Kids at 16 were driving better cars than my parents like had and stuff. So that's always the hard thing itself. It's something like when you have to learn about life and stuff, like see how things work. Yeah. So
Okay. What has college taught you the most?
was that one more time?
What has college taught you the most?
Oh, I mean, going to college taught me a degree is not everything. I mean, you got to do everything in life. You got to make sure you live life to your fullest. Always try to work on yourself. You feel me? Always try new things, meet new people, think think differently sometimes, learn new ways. So that's what college really taught me. And college just taught me just live fun, have life. Yeah.
True, because like you're not getting you probably not like after your 4 years of college, like you're probably not gonna get that experience again. So you got to take advantage of it like while you have it.
Mm-hmm. So I plan on moving out there for my residence, so I could focus on other things, just working all the time. I could actually go, hang out, go to parties and stuff, and other stuff like that. Actually, have a college experience.
Okay, and what would you say has been your biggest accomplishment so far in life?
I'm gonna let you know my computer's at 1%, but um, my biggest accomplishment probably um just sticking around the game of basketball. To be honest with you, eighth grade, I was a really good player. I just didn't have the IQ yet. I started playing basketball late, but actually ended up hurting my hand and stuff. And I couldn't really play. I couldn't really grab a ball. I had a hard time writing for a minute. And, I always found a way to stick around the game of basketball. Coach Brooks took me in, let me film for his team, and ever since then, even my old AAU coach, he let me film for him too. So I'm just glad I got to stick around the game of basketball, watch other players develop, and probably the biggest compliment like
Okay,
My bad, my
you
computer died.
all right? Yeah, keep going, bro.
But yeah, man, probably my biggest accomplishment now is probably just helping other players, get picked up by colleges. As you do know, I do film my friends, players around the area. I film their highlight videos. I film their mixtapes. I put on out there on the YouTube and social media for them so they could build a name for themselves. I've seen a lot of college scouts use my YouTube videos to help players to break down their film and stuff. So that's probably my biggest accomplishment, just helping other people go to where they need to go and get the most out of their life.
Okay, and who motivates you to succeed the most?
Motivates me to succeed. Probably looking at my parents, where they came from. They had it way harder than me, um, so that's my motivation right there.
Okay. Also, like, can you talk to me like a little bit about? Can you talk a little bit about like why, like you, like why you stopped playing basketball?
Well, as people do know, I got into basketball a little bit late. I didn't start playing AAU prior to my seventh grade, going to eighth grade summer. You know, we just cause starting off, I come from a very athletic family, so they always try to put me in a sport. I jumped around between soccer, football, baseball, but you know, after watching Kobe in the playoffs that one year, I started playing basketball, and to be honest, I had a really good shot. I could dribble. It took me a minute to get my IQ together. So, um, yeah, you know, I did good in AAU, but by the time I got to my ninth grade, I did good in tryouts and stuff. I just broke my hand at a tournament. Um, and when I went to the doctor said nothing was broken. I still felt pain. And my dad was like, "Oh no, you're fine, you're fine." And I still felt pain. I couldn't catch a basketball. I had a hard time writing. So I went back a couple months later, and they said it was broken or fractured still. So I had a cast on, and ever since then, my hand hasn't felt right at all. I think it has to do something with the nerve or something in my hand. Because you know when it gets cold outside, my hand just locks up and freeze. I can't really use it at all, and even to this day, I can't really use my hand like that. I'm carrying my phone. Sometimes I might just drop it out of nowhere. It just you feel me. It has impulses in it. My hand just opens up or it just closes up super tight. It feels weird, but it is what it is. Life happens, so I'm just keep on moving forward.
Okay. And like I said, so like before you before you started going to ASU, like what were your what were your last few days in California like?
Uh, to be honest, I was happy to go. I feel like I was doing something in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's probably the happiest moment of my life. I feel like I actually did something for myself. So, you know, that's probably my parents were happy. I was happy. My whole family was happy. So, you know, I wasn't sad. I wasn't like I'm gonna miss everybody. Now I was ready to go. Let's go in this car and let's get on. So,
Yeah, it feels it feels good to get out of your parents' house like bro like I'm actually planning on moving out like within the next couple of years or so like I'm planning on moving to Texas, bro.
Texas, yeah, that's a move. Somewhere you got to go that direction so you can buy yourself your own property and stuff like that. Like you gotta be able to buy yourself a house. You're not gonna do that out here.
Yeah, like I don't want to live in California forever. Like honestly, like I said, I love for California, of course. It's just too expensive out here, man.
Mhm. It's not like you could. It's not, you can always come back and visit too. It's not like once you leave you can't come back. You still come back and just like do everything, go to the beach, do whatever you want, and just go back home and work. You feel me?
Yeah, and like like some of course like we get it like some parents like get mad when they show them in different states, but hey, we gotta get out sometime.
hmm
And then I know you said like you don't really want to like stick to like one particular career and like you want to do you want to do like multiple things like what makes you want to like do like multiple things.
I feel like I just have one of those minds. You know, some people got them. I don't want to say it's something else, but my mind can't just stay still. I always gotta be doing something. I gotta have always have something in my hand. So it's why I like doing multiple things. Just keeps me busy. If I have nothing to do, and like it just drives me crazy. So yeah, I just like to stay busy. That's why I like doing multiple things. It's enriching for life too. You meet different people with these different things you do. I met a lot of people through photography. I met a lot of people through sports. I met a lot of people through this IT program at Arizona State. So yeah, that's why I like doing different things.
Okay, and also what do you what are you changing your major to?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm gonna look into it first. I'm gonna see what's out there. I do want to get into medicine, but I want to take it carefully because I know there's different things, different divisions you go into. So I'm gonna see what's out there first. I'll probably have to let you know in the future.
Okay, medicine. So like you thinking like maybe like you know kinesiology or biology or something like that.
Probably something like that. Maybe even a pharmacist. I'm thinking about it.
Okay, but you want to but you said you want to minor in journalism.
I still want to minor in journalism. I feel like there's something I can even do on the side when I'm working a career.
Okay, cool. Hey, thanks for this interview, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me tell my story on your platform.
Thanks, man. Cause like I know like